Hi, I'm Alexandra, and I'm going to talk to you about dating over 50. Hi, I'm Jackie Sabra, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm the CEO of Engaged at Any Age, a company that teaches women how to deliberately date and consciously create the man of their dreams. I married my own soulmate match, my husband Michael, after being single for 8 years, and I'm still on the honeymoon, and I'm excited about helping you get engaged at any age. Today, I'm going to talk to you about 6 rules for dating over 50, so let's dive right in. Okay, ladies, dating over 50 is really exciting, and I just love dating over 50 because this is when you come into your wisdom years. You can bring so much wisdom and so much genuine, authentic presence to each interaction you have with men. That's why I think dating over 50 is really exciting and beyond, because you're really coming into a place in your life where you're starting to put yourself first. And that's really attractive to a man. You have healthy boundaries, and that's really attractive to a man. So let's talk about the 6 tips that I'm going to give you about dating over 50. Make sure you stay to the very end because I have a free gift that I want to share with you. And if you like the content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to my channel so you never miss another episode. Okay, let's dive right in. Dating over 50. The first tip I want to give you is don't bond over your baggage. I think you know what this means, but it's easy to do because you've both been hurt, you're divorced, you've never been married, you're a widow. Whatever the case, there's a story there. But when you get caught in your storylines about your past, it derails the opportunity for you to build something going forward. If one of you starts to go into the past, you need to gently guide that conversation back to what's happening in the now. I like to use the word intervene. If a man's going on and on about his ex-wife and you find yourselves discussing it, you can bring attention to it. Lean forward, put your hand on his forearm, and say, "I need to intervene. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just want to intervene for a moment because I'm noticing we're going off on this tangent talking about our past. And I really want to get to know you and talk about what's going on today and in the future. How do you feel about switching the topic, letting that go and moving on? Because what happens is you're not going to get a second date. He's going to reveal something. You're going to reveal something. You'll feel vulnerable like you overshared, and you probably did. It will also tell him, if you're doing the oversharing, that you're still stuck on your ex-husband or still carrying that painful experience, and that's not something that's going to get you a second date. Limit what you share. Make sure you have a positive spin on it. If you need to talk about it, ask him, what did you learn in your first marriage? What did you learn in your last relationship? What's the most important thing you took away? That's a really positive way to approach it. So don't bond over your baggage. The second rule in dating over 50 is don't call him unless he calls you. You need him to chase you. Men over 50 know exactly what they're doing, know exactly what they want, and know if they want you or not. As much as it hurts, if a man doesn't call you when he says he's going to, you cannot call him. You cannot chase a man. You don't want to start the relationship off in the masculine energy. If he doesn't call you, just know that he's not a match. It's not a rejection, it's just a redirection. Not a rejection, just a redirection. So just let it go and move on to the next one. Because if you call him, it's going to be very awkward. Sometimes men don't call you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. They'll say, I'm going to call you, but they don't because they don't want to hurt your feelings on the date. They have sisters and mothers who've told them, don't hurt a girl's feelings, so they're very careful not to hurt your feelings on a date. Let that go. There are so many men out there. The sooner you let go, the sooner somebody else can show up. Okay, let's move on to the third rule in dating over 50. Okay, this is the big one, ladies. Don't have sex until you're ready to have sex, and don't have sex until you have established what the relationship is. Because if you're watching this, I'm always teaching women how to get into committed relationships and get married. That's where I'm coming from, because I know what it is to be in a committed relationship, to be married over 50, and it's the most incredible experience of my life. It is the most amazing relationship I've ever had with myself and with my husband, and I want that for you. If you're over 50 and watching this, definitely do not sleep with men until they have expressed an interest in being exclusive with you. You've had the STD talk. Talking about sexually transmitted diseases, where you stand with your health and what your plans for the future are. You deserve to know what this man has in mind for you. Believe me, he has a vision. You need to find out what it is before you sleep with him, because you're going to wake up the next day and wonder, is he going to even call me? Are we just friends with benefits? Like, that is the worst feeling, ladies, that you could ever have when you're over 50, because you know you haven't been true to yourself. You really do want to be in a committed relationship or be married, so just don't do it. Wait at least a month. Believe me, a good man who is interested in you and sees a future with you will be patient. He'll wait until you're ready, and he'll also want to have those conversations. If he's a mature man, he wants to know what your history is, what you want, and what your vision is. So wait to have sex. Wait to give him the cookie, ladies. That's the big bonus. That's after he's shown with his actions, his consistency, his behavior, that he really sees you in his life long term. So save that. The fourth tip for dating over 50 is, I want you to stop being so picky. Stop being so picky. That's the fourth tip. How you can do this is find 3 things that you can appreciate about him when you're on the date. Find 3 things. Here's the thing. Not every man is going to be your cup of tea. You're going to go out on a date and think he's shorter than he said, or he's got a little bit of a belly, or he's got less hair. Whatever it is, it's turning you off. But here's the thing. Your type in the past has not worked out. That's why you're single and watching this video. So I want you to find 3 things to appreciate about him. Here's why. 1, it'll keep that smile on your face and keep you uplifted during your conversation with him. 2, what you focus on expands. When you think about all the things you appreciate about him, maybe that he was on time, simple things like that. Maybe you like the way he talked to the waiter. Maybe you like the way he pulled your chair out. Even if he's not a fit for you, find those 3 things to appreciate about him. Because when you focus on things you don't like, those expand as well. In essence, the law of attraction is always working. You may not believe in the law of attraction, but believe me, the law of attraction believes in you because it's energy. If you're looking at the energy around what you don't like, you're going to get more of that. But if you're finding 3 things to appreciate about him, then you're going to get more of those things on the next date. You're going to make that expand, and that's really important. I think that when we hit over 50, we can become very picky, very set in our ways, but that limits our possibilities and shuts us down. Rigid thinking lacks flexibility. I've met so many interesting men that are tall, thin, sure, bald, mustaches, whatever. There are incredible men. Don't judge a book by its cover. Get to know him. Keep an open mind. All right, let's move on to tip number 5 for dating over 50. Make sure you stay to the end because I want to tell you about my freebie. Okay, tip number 5. I want you to flirt like a woman. You're a woman now, and there are so many ways that you can flirt when you're on a date with a man. There's nonverbal communication, physical communication, and verbal communication. There are so many ways to let him know that you're into him, and flirting turns a man on like nothing else does. It also shows you're really confident. You can use your body language, lean in and smile. I'm always saying smile, smile, smile. I love to smile. It means you're happy. Men are looking for happy, content women. You can also tuck your hair behind your ear to show you're listening. Play with your hair a little bit. That's a very feminine thing to do. This isn't being coy. It's sweet. It's pretty. We're women. This is what we do. So go ahead and do it on a date because you'll get the response you want. Another thing you can do is touch him. Put your hand on his forearm when he makes a comment about something he did. You can say, "Wow, I'm really impressed by that." Lean forward, smile at him, put your hand on his arm. The best flirt you can ever have with a man is when you compliment him. Men love compliments just as much as we do. Compliment him on his achievement. Say, "Wow, I'm really impressed with your work ethic. That's incredible." Or, "I can't believe you did that triathlon. I am blown away. That must have been really challenging. You're like a rock star." Whatever your language is, you don't have to talk like me, but certainly show appreciation verbally. Compliment him because he's going to love it. You can say, "You've got it going on with your clothes. I really like the way you dress." Pay some compliments because it's going to go a long way in his book. It's very feminine, and be generous with your compliments because you do want to get married and be in a committed relationship. A man is going to ask you out again if he feels good in your presence. That's the key. The sixth and final tip that I'm going to give you for dating over 50 is let the conversation flow, but make sure you get a word in edgewise. Do not let a guy just ramble on and on and on. That is so frustrating. I know some of you don't speak your truth. Maybe you're introverted and you don't speak up. But don't let a man run away with the show. Sometimes they don't even realize they're dominating the conversation, so it's up to you to again use that word, intervene. If he's talking too much, lean forward, put your hand on his forearm and say, "I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you or be rude, but would you mind if I shared with you about this trip that I took? I'm really excited and I think it's relevant to what you're sharing." Then he'll get the clue. He'll pick it up, hopefully. If he doesn't, you can do it again. And if he doesn't make it a little bit about you, you're not going to want to go out with him again anyway. So it's worth taking the risk on this date by intervening and asking him to talk about something different. Again, I love the word intervening, so you can just say, "Oh, I hate to intervene, but I know we're limited on our time, and I'm excited about sharing something with you that I think you're going to be interested in. Are you game?" Then see what he does. Everything he does on that date is giving you information about whether you even want to go out with him again. Plus, you have to show up more genuine and authentic, and being honest about how you're feeling that he's talking more than you is really important. So take control of that situation so it doesn't get out of control. Now let me tell you about my freebie, ladies. Go and take my quick quiz. It's my soulmate assessment. It's going to tell you how close you are to attracting your soulmate by what frequency you're vibrating at. I'm going to send you your result and a feminine exercise, which will help you get further into alignment so you can fast-track your ability to manifest your soulmate. This really works. So make sure you take the short quiz, and I'll send you your feminine exercise so you can get into balance. Okay, ladies, I hope this was helpful, and I'm just sending you so much love today. Bye-bye.